Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really looked inside your fridge? Not just to grab something, but to question what's actually in there. You might be surprised to hear this, but some of the most dangerous items for your health may be sitting quietly behind that door, right now. And no, I'm not talking about junk food or sweets. I'm talking about foods that most of us think are perfectly safe, until they're not. For seniors, what's in the fridge can mean the difference between feeling energized or feeling drained, between staying independent or ending up in the hospital. Today, I'm going to reveal 9 foods that should never be in your fridge if you're over 60, and more importantly, I'll explain why removing them could protect your health, your heart, and your future. So stay with me. This one fridge cleanout might just be the healthiest decision you make all year. As we age, our bodies go through changes. Our immune systems get a little weaker, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and we don't bounce back from illness as quickly as we used to. That's why what we eat, and even what we store at home, matters more than ever. Let's explore 4 key ideas to keep in mind. 1. Weakened immune systems mean higher risk. For seniors, a simple stomach bug can turn into a serious health problem. Foods that are a little old or not stored properly can carry harmful bacteria, like Listeria or Salmonella, which can be dangerous or even life-threatening. What to avoid? Expired dairy products, soft cheeses made from unpasteurized milk, old leftovers, even if they look fine. 2. Nutritional sensitivity increases with age. Your body doesn't process foods like it used to. High-sodium soups, sugary drinks, or fatty takeout meals might not cause immediate issues, but over time they can spike blood pressure, worsen arthritis, or raise blood sugar. What to avoid? Packaged processed meats, like deli meats and bacon, sweetened yogurts or drinks, heavy, creamy salad dressings. Instead, opt for low-sodium, high-fiber foods and hydrating choices like fresh fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins. 3. Watch for hidden dangers in common fridge items. Many seniors unknowingly keep high-risk items in the fridge, condiments that have long expired, raw sprouts, or even opened cans. What to avoid? Opened canned food stored in the can. Raw eggs or raw seafood. Leftover takeout, older than 3 days. Rule of thumb: if you can't remember when you opened it, throw it out. 4. Healthy fridge habits equals healthy aging. Your fridge can either support your health or slowly harm it. Make it a habit to clean it out once a week, label leftovers with dates, and stock up on nutrient-dense foods like fresh vegetables, low-fat Greek yogurt, grilled chicken or baked fish, whole grain breads. And remember, your fridge is not a storage unit. It's a tool for better living. As we grow older, one of the most important things we need to understand about our health is how our immune system changes. Throughout our youth and middle age, our immune system is strong and responsive, able to fight off infections, handle minor food poisoning, and recover quickly from illness. But as we move into our senior years, that system begins to slow down. The body doesn't respond to bacteria, viruses, or spoiled food the same way it once did. That means a small slip-up in food safety. Something that might not have affected us in our 30s or 40s can now lead to serious consequences. What does this mean for what's in your fridge? Well, it means you need to be extra careful about what you're storing. how long it's been there, and how safe those foods actually are. Some foods that seem harmless can carry bacteria or contaminants that most people's immune systems can handle, but for seniors, they can lead to hospitalization, dehydration, or worse. Let me give you an example. Take something as simple as deli meat. Many people keep cold cuts in the fridge for days or even a week, thinking they're a quick and easy option for a sandwich. But deli meats, especially those that haven't been reheated, are a known carrier of Listeria monocytogenes, a type of bacteria that is especially dangerous for older adults. Listeria can grow even at refrigerator temperatures and doesn't always give off a smell or taste that tells you something's wrong. A healthy younger person might experience a stomachache, but for a senior, it can lead to severe infection, fever, confusion, or even sepsis. Another common danger is soft cheese made from unpasteurized milk. Many people don't realize that some fancy cheeses, like brie, camembert, or blue-veined cheeses, may not be pasteurized. That's a red flag for seniors. Unpasteurized dairy can carry harmful bacteria that your body might not be able to fight off. And the risk is hidden. It's not about whether the food looks clean or smells okay. It's about the invisible bacteria that your body can no longer fight as strongly as it used to. Even something like leftover food can become a hidden threat. Seniors often have a habit of saving food to avoid waste, which is a good practice in general. But leftovers can only be safely stored for a limited time, usually no more than 3 to 4 days, even when refrigerated properly. After that, bacteria begin to grow, and you can't rely on your senses to know whether it's safe. Spoiled food doesn't always smell bad, doesn't always look different, but if you eat it, especially with a weakened immune system, your body might not be able to protect you. Something as simple as old chicken soup or yesterday's reheated rice could cause vomiting, diarrhea, or severe dehydration. And it's not just what's old. It's also about how food is stored. Leaving food uncovered, keeping raw meats too close to vegetables, or storing open cans in the fridge, all of these habits increase the risk of contamination. For someone with a strong immune system, the body might kill those invaders before they cause any damage. But for seniors, the risk is multiplied. So it's important to change the way we think about our fridge. It's not just a place to keep things cold. It's a line of defense. Or a potential danger zone. And when your immune system isn't what it used to be, you have to be smart, cautious, and proactive about what goes in and how long it stays there. Making these small changes can make a big difference in your health, your safety, and your ability to stay strong and independent for years to come. As we age, the way our bodies respond to food changes in ways that many people don't even realize. Foods that once gave us energy, comfort, and satisfaction might now cause bloating, fatigue, or even contribute to chronic illnesses. This is not about having a sensitive stomach. It's about how aging affects digestion, metabolism, and nutrient absorption. Seniors need to be especially mindful of what they eat and drink because nutritional sensitivity increases significantly with age. Let's start with salt. Most people love a little salt on their food, and for years it may not have caused any issues. But as we get older, our blood vessels become less elastic and more prone to stiffness, which means high sodium levels can quickly lead to high blood pressure. That increases the risk of strokes, heart attacks, and kidney problems. Unfortunately, many of the foods we keep in our fridge, like processed cheeses, canned soups, pickles, and frozen meals, are loaded with hidden salt. Even items that taste mild can be packed with sodium preservatives that silently harm the body over time. And it's not just salt. Sugar becomes a much bigger concern as we age. Many seniors are either pre-diabetic or diabetic, often without knowing it. The body's ability to regulate blood sugar weakens with time, and insulin resistance becomes more common. So when you drink that sweetened juice every morning, or snack on flavored yogurt thinking it's healthy, you're often consuming much more sugar than your body can handle. That extra sugar doesn't just add a few pounds. It can cause inflammation, spike your blood sugar levels, increase fatigue, and strain your eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Fats also become tricky. While healthy fats from sources like nuts, avocados, or olive oil are good for you, many common fridge items contain unhealthy fats, the kind that clog arteries and raise cholesterol. Take creamy salad dressings, full-fat dairy, or processed meats like bacon or sausages. These high-saturated fat foods may taste good, but they can silently damage your heart. In younger people, the body may cope, but in seniors, plaque builds up faster in the arteries, raising the chances of heart disease and stroke. The risk increases when these foods are consumed regularly and without awareness. Then there's the digestive system. As we get older, our stomachs produce less acid, which affects how we break down food. This means even things like beans, cabbage, spicy sauces, or fried leftovers can cause indigestion, gas, or heartburn more frequently than before. Seniors often complain of bloating or stomach discomfort, not realizing it's related to foods they once ate without a problem. At the same time, the gut's ability to absorb important nutrients, like vitamin B12, calcium, or magnesium, becomes less efficient. So not only are some foods harmful, but some healthy foods may need to be consumed more frequently or in different forms to get the same benefit. Another challenge is appetite. Seniors often eat less due to reduced sense of taste or smell, dental issues, or medications. So when they do eat, every bite matters. There's no room for empty calories from sugary drinks or greasy takeout. Instead, each meal should be packed with essential nutrients: protein for muscles, fiber for digestion, and vitamins for energy and brain function. That's why it's so important to avoid fridge items that are low in nutrition and high in sugar, salt, or unhealthy fat. They fill you up, but leave your body starved for what it really needs. Ultimately, this stage of life calls for more thoughtful choices. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy your meals. In fact, eating smart can lead to better energy, clearer thinking, and fewer trips to the doctor. It just means recognizing that your body has different needs now, and that adjusting your fridge to reflect those needs is one of the smartest things you can do for your health. It's not about strict dieting. It's about choosing foods that support your body, not stress it. One of the biggest hidden threats to senior health isn't just what's eaten. It's what's quietly sitting in the fridge, waiting to be eaten. It's easy to assume that if something is cold, it's safe. After all, the fridge is supposed to keep things fresh, right? But the truth is, many of the most common items found in household refrigerators can be surprisingly risky for older adults. These dangers don't come with warning signs, no flashing lights, no foul smells. They're silent, slow, and often go unnoticed until someone ends up sick. Take leftovers, for example. Most people are guilty of keeping them longer than they should. That half-eaten casserole, the rice from last Tuesday, or the takeout from the weekend may not look spoiled, but harmful bacteria like Listeria and Clostridium perfringens can grow in refrigerated leftovers, especially after 3 or 4 days. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to these bacteria because their immune systems don't respond as quickly or as strongly. What might cause mild discomfort in a younger person can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, or dehydration in an older adult. Another frequent danger comes from deli meats and cold cuts. These are popular because they're convenient, a quick sandwich, a simple snack. But they're also one of the biggest sources of Listeria, even when stored properly. And the risk doesn't go away once you bring them home from the store. Even if they're sealed and refrigerated, the bacteria can continue to grow slowly over time. For seniors, especially those with chronic illnesses or weakened immune function, consuming contaminated cold cuts can lead to serious health consequences. Raw or undercooked eggs and seafood also pose a threat. Many people store raw eggs or thaw seafood directly in the fridge, not realizing how sensitive these foods are to even slight changes in temperature. Cross-contamination? When juices from raw meat or seafood leak onto fruits, vegetables, or ready-to-eat foods is another major risk. Seniors who unknowingly eat something that's been contaminated may experience food poisoning that their bodies can't easily recover from. Canned food stored improperly is another often overlooked danger. Once you open a can of food, whether it's beans, corn, or fruit, it should never be stored in the fridge in the original can. Metal can react with the food and introduce toxins. Instead, it should be transferred to a glass or plastic container. But many people skip this step, thinking it won't matter. For seniors, it definitely does. Small things like this can have a big impact when the body's ability to detoxify or fight off infection has slowed down. Then there are the condiments. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, salad dressings. Most of us rarely check the expiration dates. Some of these might sit in the fridge for months or even years. Over time, even if they don't look or smell spoiled, they can develop harmful bacteria, mold, or yeast, especially once opened. Some condiments also contain high levels of sodium, preservatives, and hidden sugars that slowly damage the body, raising blood pressure or spiking blood sugar with regular use. Another unexpected danger is raw sprouts, like alfalfa or bean sprouts, which are popular for their crunch and health benefits, but they're also a breeding ground for bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. For young, healthy people, the risk is small, but for seniors, even a small exposure can have severe consequences. Many health experts actually recommend that older adults avoid raw sprouts altogether. So what does this mean? It means that not everything in your fridge is safe just because it's cold. As we age, the margin for error becomes smaller. Foods that were once harmless or even healthy can turn into hazards when stored for too long, prepared improperly, or simply ignored at the back of a shelf. Paying attention to what's in your fridge, checking dates, storing items correctly, and throwing out risky foods isn't just about being tidy, it's about protecting your health and preventing avoidable illness. When it comes to healthy aging, many people think first about exercise, medications, or sleep, and while those are important, there's one area that's often overlooked, and that's the refrigerator. What's in your fridge? How you organize it, how often you clean it out, and the kinds of foods you choose to keep all play a surprisingly powerful role in your day-to-day health. For seniors especially, building better fridge habits isn't just a matter of convenience. It's a form of protection, prevention, and self-care. Start with the basics. Cleaning and organizing. Most people don't clean out their fridge nearly as often as they should. Shelves get sticky, items get pushed to the back and forgotten, and expiration dates quietly come and go. This might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but old food, leaky containers, and moldy corners can create the perfect environment for harmful bacteria to spread. Seniors are more vulnerable to these bacteria because their immune systems are weaker, so even small exposures can result in illness. A simple routine of checking your fridge weekly, throwing out old leftovers, wiping down shelves, and checking expiration dates can go a long way toward reducing that risk. Then there's how food is stored. Items like raw meats should always be kept on the lowest shelf to avoid dripping onto other food. Dairy products should go on shelves, not in the door, where the temperature fluctuates more. Leftovers should be stored in clear containers with labels showing the date they were cooked or opened. These aren't just good habits, they're safety measures that protect your health every day without you even noticing. Now let's talk about what should actually be in your fridge. Many seniors keep foods out of habit, the same things they've bought for years, even though their nutritional needs have changed. It's important to shift your thinking here. Your body today needs more of certain nutrients like calcium, fiber, and lean protein, and less of others like sodium, sugar, and saturated fat. That means filling your fridge with foods that are nutrient-dense rather than calorie-dense. Fresh fruits and vegetables should take center stage. These provide the fiber your digestive system needs, as well as vitamins and antioxidants that protect your heart, brain, and bones. If fresh produce isn't always affordable or available, frozen options are just as healthy and they last longer. Just choose those without added sauces, salt, or sugar. Lean proteins are also essential. Instead of processed meats or fried leftovers, your fridge should have options like grilled chicken, turkey, baked fish, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. These help maintain muscle mass, which naturally decreases with age, and keep your metabolism steady. Low-fat dairy is another smart choice. Greek yogurt, low-fat milk, and cheese in moderation can support bone strength, especially for seniors at risk of osteoporosis. Just be sure to check labels for hidden sugars or excessive salt. Hydration is often overlooked too. Instead of sugary drinks, stock your fridge with filtered water, herbal teas, or infused water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint. Dehydration is a common issue in older adults and can lead to confusion, dizziness, or urinary issues, all of which are preventable with better hydration habits. Even condiments and snacks can be upgraded. Choose hummus over mayonnaise, or mustard instead of sugary ketchup. Stock a bowl with chopped fruit instead of pudding cups. These small swaps make a big difference over time. Your fridge should reflect the life you want to live, one filled with energy, balance, and strength. A clean, well-organized fridge with nutritious foods gives you control over your meals, your health, and your independence. Better fridge habits don't just improve what you eat. They create an environment that supports healthy aging day after day. So, what have we learned today? As we age, our bodies change, and so should the way we think about food. A simple glance into your refrigerator can reveal a lot about your health habits. Some of the most common items found in seniors' fridges: old leftovers, deli meats, sugary drinks, salty snacks, or expired condiments. May seem harmless, but they carry real risks for aging bodies. We've talked about how a weakened immune system makes seniors more vulnerable to foodborne illness. We've seen how nutritional sensitivity increases, making sugar, salt, and bad fats far more dangerous than they used to be. We've identified some of the most high-risk foods, often hiding in plain sight. And perhaps most importantly, we've learned how a few smart habits, regular cleaning, better storage, and healthier food choices can make a huge difference in promoting energy, longevity, and independence. Your fridge isn't just a box that keeps things cold. It's a powerful tool for protecting your well-being. By being more mindful about what goes in it, what stays in it, and what needs to go, you're taking direct control of your health. And that's something worth celebrating. So tonight, when you open your fridge, don't just grab a snack. Take a moment. Look around. Ask yourself, is this supporting the healthy life I want? If the answer is no, start fresh. Because your health is worth it and you deserve to feel your best at every age. Thank you.